Senator from North Carolina.
President Abraham Lincoln once said that no administration, by any extreme of wickedness or folly, can seriously injure the government in the short space of only 4 years. Now, that statement might need to be revised if Lincoln had witnessed the first 3 years of President Joe Biden. Our country's been through a prolonged period of failure and crisis brought on by a weak leader who bows to his far-left base and pursues policies that hurt the very people that he claims to help. There's no better example of this than at the southern border, where President Biden has presided over the worst border crisis in U.S. history. Millions of illegal crossings, hundreds of individuals on the terrorist watch list, tens of thousands of pounds of deadly fentanyl, nearly 2 million known gotaways, millions more unknown gotaways, including terrorists, human traffickers, and other bad actors. The crisis at the border is a crisis of President Biden's own making. Since on his very first day in office, President Biden has unleashed dozens of executive actions that telegraphed that his administration was no longer interested in enforcing the law when it comes to illegal immigration. Here are some of the most devastating examples. He halted construction of the border wall, leaving the physical defense of our nation's border to scattered areas of old, rusty barbed wire. I've seen it with my own eyes. He ended the Remain in Mexico policy that ensured that illegal aliens were turned back before they even arrived at the doorstep of our country. The result? Well, not only are untold millions being encountered right at the border, but when they are caught, the Biden administration releases about 75% of them into the interior of the United States, some with taxpayer-funded escorts and travel. The Biden administration also halted deportation of those who illegally entered our country. In fact, just the last year, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, they only deported 5% of the millions that they encountered at the border. Taken together, what is the message that this president has sent to a would-be illegal immigrant? Well, for one, the United States won't construct physical barriers to stop you. We won't even lock the door to our own house, it seems. So, if you're caught, the United States will release you and resettle you with money out of our own taxpayers' pockets. And don't worry, per the Biden administration, the United States will never deport you. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out why this crisis persists. But it doesn't have to be this way. Just 4 years ago, illegal immigration was at a record low. Make no mistake, President Biden, he already has the power to fix this. It was his executive actions that on day one caused this mess. And he can clean it up by undoing those very same orders on day 1,142 today. We are witnessing in real time a national decline. But the good news is that decline is a choice, and our time for choosing is coming. It's not too late. Despite all the things that are broken right now, we can still be a strong nation as long as we have a leader with the strength and the willingness to get the job done. I yield the floor.